Okay. For the first chapter, okay, this chapter, first is alloy. Second is composition of glass and its use. The third is composition of ceramics and its use, and the fourth is composite materials. Okay, for the each chapter in this chapter, okay, what the chapter here? Alamak, ke belakang pula. Okay, this chapter manufacture lah, mana pula hilang. Okay, chapter 8. Okay, so we will start substance, manufacture substance in industry. So kamu present dulu. Okay, for the first group, you all present dulu. Okay, baru saya akan ulas. Okay, for the first topic, for the first group is 8.1, alloy and its important. Okay, so we look for the learning standard for this chapter. Okay, first, you will be able to describe briefly alloy with example, and second, compare the properties of an alloy with its pure metal. Okay, for the third learning standard, justify the usage of the alloy. So let's look for the first presenter, group Dave and the gang. So saya stop sharing and you will continue your sharing. Okay, Dave. Okay, Dave dulu ya. Dave, please start your presentation. Fazrul Rahman, you will start your presentation with the Dave?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, where your PowerPoint?
Dave say he start at here PowerPoint. He will present the screen and I present the alloy and importance.
Oh, so tak apalah kalau lambat I will show you your presentation lah.
Okay.
Macam mana?
But he say he will present screen.
Teacher.
Yes. Where your presentation?
Because my internet is quite low, can you share my PowerPoint, teacher?
Okay, can. Okay. So
Thanks,
for
teacher.
your presentation, saya save dekat mana ya? Okay, chemistry form 4. Okay, 8.1. Okay, Lois. Okay. So sinilah. Okay, boleh nampak? Okay, can? Dave and Fazrul, can?
Yes, can, teacher.
Okay. So, if I slideshow, can you boleh nampak tak? Saya
Can,
slideshow boleh nampak, can?
Can.
Can you see? Okay, first, okay. Continue, Fazrul.
Okay, so my group member, good morning to teacher. My group member is Dave and me. So we want to present chapter 8, manufacture substance in industry, that is 8.1, alloy and importance.
Next, teacher.
Okay.
Okay, next.
What is a alloy?
An alloy is a mixture of two or more elements where the main element is a metal.
Okay, what the example of the alloy? Just you continue what you present, Fazrul. Don't stop.
Teacher,
You cannot see my slideshow? Can you see or not?
The alloy is used to many. No, can this first?
not
It shows page only. No, cannot see here. Teacher, can just show the first page only, teacher.
This page.
The topic. It show the topic only.
Oh, topic only. So here, can you see? Can you see, Dave?
Cannot, teacher. Now can, teacher.
Okay, can. Okay,
Yes,
so
teacher.
okay, start your
Can,
PowerPoint.
teacher.
Can.
Ah,
Okay.
can teacher.
Okay. What is alloy? What is pure metal?
The alloy is a mixture of two or more elements where the main element is a metal. Like pewter, duralumin, bronze, brass, steel, stainless steel. The pure metal. What is the pure metal? The pure metal is made up of one type of atom and is of the same size and arranged in an order.
Next.
So different between alloy and pure metal?
The difference is alloy will be shiny surface, but the pure metal is dull. And alloy doesn't easily. Alloy is harder than pure metal, but the pure metal is less hard than alloy.
Okay, next. Pure metal are ductile. Why?
For the surface, alloy is shiny, but pure metal is dull. Oh, yes.
Previous slide ke yang ini slide? This slide or this slide? Which one?
Next slide.
Next slide.
Next
This
slide, teacher.
Okay.
The down one, number 4.
Number 4. So pure metals are ductile.
Pure metal are ductile. When force is applied, the layer of atoms in the metal easily slide cover each other.
Next.
Pure metal also are malleable. Pure metals are malleable and its shape can be easily changed. There are empty spaces between the atoms in a pure metal. When force is applied, the layer of atoms in a metal will slide to fill the empty space and form a new structure.
Okay. Example of alloy.
Fazlo. Fazlo,
Yes.
let me explain this.
Okay.
There are some example of alloy, which is bronze, brass, steel, stainless steel, beryllium, and pewter. Bronze is made up of 90% of copper and 10% of tin. The properties of bronze is hard and strong, does not corrode easily, and has a shiny surface. Bronze is used to build statues and monuments, and it is used in the making of swords, medals, and statistic materials. Next is brass. Brass is made up of 70% of copper and 30% of zinc. The properties of tin and copper. Wait. Yes, harder than copper. The use of brass is brass in the making of musical instruments and kitchenware. Next is steel. Steel is made up of 99% of iron and 1% of carbon. Properties of steel is it is hard and strong. It's used in the construction of building and bridges, and also building of cars and railway tracks. Then stainless steel is made up of 74% of iron, 8% of carbon, and 18% of chromium. The properties are it is shiny, strong, and it do not rust. Stainless steels are used to make surgical instruments. Next, duralumin. Duralumin is made up of 93% of aluminium, 3% of copper, another 3% of magnesium, and 1% of manganese. The properties are it is light and strong. Duralumin is used to make the body of aeroplane and bullet trains. Last, 1% of copper and 1% of antimony. It is luster, shiny, and strong. It is used in the making of souvenirs.
Okay.
That's all. Thank you.
That's all. Okay, thank you for the group Dave and Fazrul. Okay, so Dave and Fazrul, I want to ask you some question. Okay, in your slide presentation, okay, you are not include why the alloy is harder than the pure metal. Okay, in the textbooks, okay, when we look the textbook, okay, can you see my textbook? Can you see my textbook? Boleh kah? Kamu tengok tak? Nampak tak saya present textbook saya? Can you see it?
Oh, okay.
Okay, kan? Okay. In this textbooks, okay, they say about the arrangement of atoms in an alloy. So, where your PowerPoint here? Missing. So, your content, saya kena tolak markah dari segi content lah. Sebab kamu punya slideshow is not fully in content. Okay, so tidak menepati cara maklumat, the information from the textbook. Okay, we need to follow the textbook. We need to follow the content from the textbook. If you not follow the content in the textbook, we will lost. Kamu mesti akan tersasar jauh. Kalau kamu tak ikut kepada content dalam textbook, satu benda informasi kamu dah missing. Okay, so can you explain to me why the atom in the alloy is more stronger than the pure metal? Dave and Fazrul, anyone can answer my question?
Teacher, alloy is made up of, as the definition is, atom is made up of two or more elements. So they are made of foreign atoms in different sizes. So kalau different sizes, their arrangement tu tidak not order. So that is not that they will provide difficulty in the slide.
So it will disrupt the orderly arrangement of atom in the pure metal, right?
Yes.
Yes. So that's why kenapa di dalam alloy, okay. So kita pergi kepada, we go to the definition of the alloy. So alloy mean that is made out of the ferrous atom with the pure metal. So when the ferrous metal add up with the pure metal, the orderly arrangement of the atom in the pure metal, it will be disrupt. Okay, when it be disrupt, that is difficult for the layers of the atom, okay, to slide each other. Okay, so here your content in your slideshow is not complete. When you not complete, saya tak boleh bagi markah penuh lah daripada situ. Okay, so anyone in this class want to ask question to this group? Pavitran, Tinesh, do you want to ask question? Please ask now. No, betul. Tanyalah, masa ni lah yang kamu nak hentam kawan kamu. Masa ni lah kamu nak bertanya. Masa inilah kamu nak kenakan kawan kamu. So, dipersilakan. Tak ada? Okey. Kalau tak ada, saya yang kena tanyalah. Okey. So, untuk kumpulan Dave and Fazrul. Okay. In your presentation, okay, you look here. In your presentation, can you explain to me what the meaning of ductile? What the difference between ductile and malleable? Can you different it? If you want to, if you can to explain to me what the difference between the ductile and malleable, so I suggest you understand what your presentation you do. Boleh terangkan dekat saya apa beza ductile and malleable?
Ductile, I think, is a metal that able to be drawn out into a thin wire. Losing toughness, dia punya strength.
Cuba Google. Siapa-siapa boleh Google. Apa beza, apa maksud dalam in Malay?
Yeah.
Malleable and ductile. Apa dia, Dave?
Malleable is sesuatu metal tu dia berubah dari segi bentuk apabila kita memberi pressure dari
mudah ditempa.
when we hammered it or pressed it, we put some pressure.
Yes.
Yes. Cracking, breaking, that is malleable.
Ductile?
Ductile is the metal lose their strength.
Anyone can answer my question. Siapa yang dapat jawab, bonus mark for your group. Lin Shen kata metal capable of being run out into wire or thread. Tu. Malleable ni maksudnya dia mudah ditempa. Mudah ditempa tu maksudnya kamu jatuhkan satu benda objek, kamu hentap dia dekat situ, so kamu tengok dia punya lekuk tu. Okey, sama ada lekuk dia tu besar ke, lekuk dia kecil ke. Okey, contohnya kalau kita pakai pure metal, kita pakai dia copper, contoh ya. So copper will give the bigger than okay, contohnya kita pakai bronze ataupun kita nak pakai brass, apa benda lah lain-lain, alloy, something alloy. So alloy dia akan menghasilkan dent ataupun lekukan yang kecil ataupun tiada lekukan berbanding dengan pure metal. Okay, that is a malleable. Okay, boleh faham kan Fazrul dengan Dave? Boleh faham?
Dave. Betul juga.
Kalau ductile ni maksudnya kamu lagi dia mudah dilenturkan. Sama ada kamu mudah lenturkan ke tidak. So kalau dah tight maksudnya dia lagi kuat lah. So kalau alloy dia strong. Sifat tadi kamu tengok dia strong. So bila dia strong maksudnya dia tidak mudah untuk lenturkan menjadi bentuk-bentuk. So pure metal dia lagi senang untuk dibentukkan. Okay, so for this group, so we go to the textbook. Okay, yang lain tu Dave dengan Fazrul boleh tutup mic. Saya nak explain mengenai alloy. Okay, can you see my textbook? Okay, so this is the alloy. So alloy pertama sekali kamu kena tahu what the meaning of alloy. Okay, memang selalu sangat, okay, every year ataupun every SPM ke mana-mana pun dia mesti akan tanya definition. Terkenalah kalau chapter 9 atau now ada chapter 8. So the meaning of the alloy here. So the meaning of alloy here, okay, the meaning of alloy here. So you like colors here. So the meaning of alloy here is a mixture of two or more element where the main element is a metal. So mixture of two or more elements. So that means pure metals is a pure. Itu sahaja. Contoh besi. Besi hanyalah atom iron saja, semua Fe saja. Tetapi kalau alloy, something yang masuk ke dalam foreign atom, maksudnya atom asing, the foreign atom add to the pure metal. So the foreign atom here, okay, contohnya kamu nak letak, sebab itu kawan kamu tadi dia bagi contoh begini. Okay, dia bagi contoh yang macam ini tadi. Last kali dia bagi. Okay, yang ini dia bagi contoh bronze, copper. So the pure metal is copper. The pure metal is copper, and the foreign atom is a tin. So tin tersebut, so dia akan menjadikan dia, the properties dia stronger than the pure copper, does not rust and shiny. Okay, faham ya? Dekat situ kamu faham ke? So sekarang ni Windows capture. Okay, so pergi kepada sini. Okay, so kena faham what the meaning of the definition of the alloy. So you know the definition of alloy, so barulah kamu boleh pergi kepada the example of the alloy. So pewter used to make a souvenir, duralumin used to make a body of the aeroplane, bronze to make a medals, and stainless steel is used to make a cutlery, brass is used to make keys, and steel is used to body of car. Semua mempunyai sifat-sifat alloy. Sifat-sifat alloy. Nanti kita akan tengok. So this is a experiment. So experiment we must do in our lab. So nanti bila kamu masuk sekolah kita akan buat. Okay, first is to investigate the comparison between alloy and a pure metal. So first we want to compare the resistance to the corrosion. So first the manipulated variable here, the type of plate, responding corrosion of the plate, and fix is size of plate. Kat sini kita nak tengok berkarat ke tidak, rusting or not. So hypothesis, stainless steel is more resistant. Maksudnya stainless steel ni adalah, this is one type of the alloy. This is the alloy. So sifat alloy tadi, the properties of the alloy is resistant to the corrosion. Resistant to the lawak, cantiknya. Okay, so macam mana kita nak buat eksperimen dia? So clean the surface of stainless steel and iron plate. So dua manipulated kita pakai type of plate. Yang pertama adalah stainless steel, yang kedua adalah iron plate. Okay, we clean with the sandpaper and we observe the surface of the both plates. Record your observation. So immerse the both plates into distilled water. Okay, then apa yang buat, leave for a week. For a week, and then we will look. So we will look. So which one is a alloy? So stainless steel is the alloy. Iron plate is a pure metal. So iron plate ini kamu akan nampak perubahan because it not resistant to the corrosion. Yang kedua, hardness of the substance. So the hypothesis, construct a stable hypothesis. Okay, kamu kena construct sendiri. So siapakah yang lebih kuat? And variable also. So seperti yang tadi tu. So variable dekat sini yang pertama, manipulated. So saya nak tanya kepada hilang pula. Kenapa ada 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kenapa ada 7 je? Mana yang lain? Okay, saya nak tanya Dave. Okay, Dave. Dave, okay, on your mic please. So, what the manipulated variable here? You can look at your procedure.
Pardon?
Give me the manipulated variable for this experiment.
Hardness of substance.
Manipulated. What the meaning of manipulated variables?
Yang ubah.
Ah, yang ubah. So, mana yang kamu ubah? Hello? Lah,
Steel ball.
tengah buat online class kak? Google Meet. Nanti okay.
Betul itu.
Nanti akak bagi tahu saya. Nanti akak ada send kat saya. Okey. Tengah buat Google Meet dengan budak. Nanti jap pukul 12 baru habis kelas. Okey, jap. Okey, apa dia tadi? Manipulated? Type
Type of block.
Yes, type of block.
Block.
So,
Block.
okay, type of block. So, you're responding. Fazrul Rahman, what your responding variables? Fazrul, what your responding variables? For science one. Tak tunjuk muka. Tak. Ini je. Tu 2, 3, 4.
Apa benda yang dia buat?
Dia orang present yang ni.
Design pakai slide.
Slide ni.
Berapa orang masuk?
Kiranya ni dia orang punya slide, dia orang present.
Itu?
Ni budak-budak buat lah.
Baik juga budak-budak ni. Berapa orang? 7 orang ni?
Dia ada 7.
Banyak tu.
Ni 7.
Siapa yang lagi dua?
Siapa yang tak ada ya? Dinesh, Wasan, Pavilion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Dinesh ada?
Dinesh ada. Saktivel dengan Sarvin. Yang biasalah, yang dua orang.
Biasa pula lagi dua orang. Yang Aiman ada?
Iman ada. Ni Iman. Iman ada. So Fazrul, what your responding variable? Tak dapat.
The steel ball bearing.
Mana boleh macam itu. Lah, so nanti kau buka kau punya textbook. So boleh lah, senang macam tu. Budak-budak boleh tengok sekali.
Bila kau dah start lama ni?
Dah sama lah, seminggu dah.
Seminggu lah.
Salah, kamu nak tengok apa sekarang ni? Kamu nak tengok diameter of Dan. So this is your responding. Diameter of Dan. Okay, so diameter of Dan is your responding variable. Kamu nak apa? Kamu nak tengok apa? What your result you want? So you want the diameter of the Dan. Macam mana ni kelas science 1 ni? Allah. Okay, so thank you Fazrul, tak dapat jawab salah. Okay, the fixed variable, Dave. Apa fixed variable? Kamu guna apa? Yang fix, yang tetap, constant. Dalam eksperimen ni apa kamu buat? Dave.
Boleh aku tumpang kau punya video.
Apa dia?
Aku tadi bagi budak benda ni.
Tumpang
1050.
video. Oh, okay. Boleh. Nanti budak-budak boleh tengok kau. Sebabnya aku on aku punya video.
Ada ni sekarang ni.
So sebabnya aku kena stop presenting dululah.
Boleh kau kacau kau pula.
Nanti aku bagi tahu. Nanti aku tunjuk kau yang mana apa benda.
Ni cakap dengan dia siapa yang tak ambil ni ada 3 orang ni.
3 orang lagi. Ambil lah.
Ambil tu nak ambil datang cakap dengan nak ambil beritahu WhatsApp dulu lah.
WhatsApp dulu. Dengar tak Cikgu Hafiz kata tolong ambil buku yang Cikgu Hafiz dah photostate kan cantik binding ni 3 orang lagi. Siapa 3 lagi tak ambil? Sila ambil ya. Dia orang akan balas kat sini. Dia orang tak suka buka bola budak-budak for science macam ni.
Boleh tak?
Okay, dengar tak? Cikgu Hafiz kata, tolong ambil 3 lagi pelajar yang tak ambil buku yang dia photostat kan. Okay, please respon 3 pelajar tersebut. Tolong WhatsApp Cikgu Hafiz, okay? Dave? Dave dah ambil belum? Dave ni on, dia punya mic. Patutnya dia dengar. Dia punya line dia tak betul lah. Kadang-kadang tu line masalah kita, kelemahan dia.
Kalau budak pakai line biasa.
Line cap siput memang tak dengar lah. Okay. Tak dapat jawab lagi. Aduh, budak-budak ni. Aduh. Okay, so you punya constant variable here, you can use you punya mass of the weight. Ataupun you can use the diameter ataupun the height, the weight to the you punya block. Pun boleh you punya constant variable. So dekat sini membantu kamu untuk paper 3. Okay. So now in this experiment, okay, pertama sekali eksperimen ni senang sahaja. Kamu letakkan bronze block di bawah. Okay. Kemudian kamu letakkan kamu punya steel ball. Okay. Steel ball ni pun sebagai kamu punya constant. So this is weight. Weight ini dia punya height ni mesti constant. Mesti constant. So putuskan kamu punya weight ni, putuskan dia akan hentam kamu punya bearing steel ball kat sini. Bila dia hentam kamu punya steel ball kat sini, kamu kena kira berapa punya diameter. Okey, itu pertama. Yang kedua, kamu ulang benda yang sama sebanyak 3 kali. Okey. Kemudian tukarkan bronze block ni, okey, kamu tukar kepada copper block. Okay, copper block you know that is a pure metal. Okay. So, di sini the difference between the alloy and the pure metal. Okay, this is the difference between alloy and pure metal. So, alloy here and pure metal here. So, pure metal for the surface is a dull. Dull ni maksudnya pudar. Okay, surface for the alloy that is a shiny. So, resistant to the corrosion for the pure metal easily to corrode. And the alloy resistant to corrosion. And for hardness, okay, pure metal is less hard and the alloy is the hard. Okay, then we look for the, okay, this is the apa yang Dave dah terang tadi. Bila, okay, this is a pure metal. When the force is applied here, so the arrangement, susunan orderly arrangement ini akan berubah. So that's why kenapa dia ductile, dia mudah untuk dilenturkan. Okay, malleable ni pula, apabila force kamu hentam kat sini, dia akan berubah bentuk. Dia akan mudah ditempa. Ini yang kita pakai weight tadi dengan steel ball. So, dia akan menjadi lekukan. So, when you punya, that is the alloy. So, alloy, the ferrous atom will disrupt your pure metal. So, that's why kenapa it is yang ini, point yang ini. Difficult for layers of atoms in the alloy to slide over each other when force is applied. Point yang ini yang perlu kamu tekankan. Point yang ini. Selalu dia akan tanya soalan. Kenapa ini, kenapa susunan, kenapa alloy lebih kuat berbanding dengan pure metal. Kenapa? So, di sini, point di sini sudah dapat 1 mark here. Okay, 1 mark here. Okay, so then go to the users. Ini yang dah dibentangkan oleh Dave tadi. So, di sini I want to remember you that each alloy here you must be remember first the composition, the properties and the use. Selalunya dia akan in a paper 1, okay, paper 1 frequently the question asks you the alloy, the composition and the use. Okay, ini dia akan tanya. Okay, selalunya dia akan letak nama gambar kapal terbang, picture kapal terbang, aeroplanes. So, aeroplane ni dibuat daripada apa? Dia akan tanya lah duralumin. So, ataupun soalan dia akan tanya duralumin ni what the composition? What the others composition? Di dalam elemen, di dalam duralumin. So, ini saya nak ingatkan bahawa semua pelajar kena ingat. Also, Yang ini pula tentang superconductor. Okay, superconductor is example of the alloy used in the electrical transportation such as a maglev train. Okay, superconductor, apa maksud superconductor? Do not have electrical resistance at very low temperatures. Okay, this allow use to make a magnet that can be levitate the train and move it a very high speed. Okay, kemudian please do the test yourself 8.1. Test yourself 8.1. Okay. So any question? Aduh. Aku cakap seorang ke? Okay, this is the comparison between the alloy and the pure metal. So the surface for the alloy is shiny and pure metal is dull and resistant to corrosion. Alloy is resistant to corrosion, maksudnya dia tahan kepada hakisan ataupun rusting. Resistant to the rusting, and the pure metal easily to corrode. The hardness, alloy is hard and the pure metal is less hard. Okay, ini pun sudah diterangkan oleh Fazrul tadi. Pure metal is ductile, maksudnya dia mudah dibentuk. Tetapi kalau alloy is hard, adalah sukar untuk kamu bentukkan dia, maksudnya bengkokkan dia. Okay, malleable maksudnya mudah ditempa. Mudah ditempa maksudnya you tekan, you jatuhkan you punya weight di sini. Kalau alloy, dia punya dent dia adalah tiada ataupun kecil. Okay, untuk the pure metal, the diameter dent is very large. Okay, so this is the definite. Ni yang saya cakap tadi. So arrangement of atoms in the alloy. So maksudnya di sini why the alloy is more hardness compared to the pure metal. Okay, because in the pure metal, okay, in the alloy, the orderly arrangement of the atom in pure metal is disrupt. So make it is difficult for the layers of atom in alloy to slide over each other when force is applied. Okay. So this is the example for the alloys. So what the important in this subtopic? Okay, in this subtopic you must know the name of the alloy and the composition of the alloy, the properties of the alloy and the uses. For example, ditunjukkan gambar aeroplanes. So soalan ditanya dalam paper 1, what the name the alloy made for the body of aeroplanes? Example. So you know that is aeroplane is duralumin. Contoh soalan macam itu. Lain soalan contohnya dia tanya composition. What the foreign atom in the duralumin? So copper, magnesium and manganese. Ataupun dia akan tanya what the properties of duralumin? So ini adalah propertiesnya. So ini semua kamu perlu ingat. Okay kan, superconductor, okay, maglev train ni dibuat daripada superconductor, which are superconductor do not have electrical resistance at very low temperature. Okay, it used to make a magnet dan can be levitate the train and move it very high speed. So train ni akan meluncur dengan sangat laju sebab dia tiada resistance ataupun penghalang. Okay, so nanti sila buat untuk test yourself number 1, 2 and 3 and simple note. Simple note pun ini perlu ada, dan perbezaan maksud untuk alloy dan juga ini gambar. Ini selalu ditanya. Satu markah. Dia akan tanya why. Why the alloy is more hardness compared to the pure metal. So itulah jawapan kamu. Okey, boleh. Boleh ke? Tak boleh dengar suara saya? Betul? Ya ke? Okey. So sekarang ni saya nak kumpulan 8.2. Okey, 8.2. Ke nak rehat sekejap, nak pergi minum air ke, nak kencing ke, pergi dulu. Boleh? Okey, so presentation untuk 8.2. Nak saya presentkan juga ke ataupun apa ni? 8.2 kumpulan untuk glass. So this is a glass, so composition of glass and its use.
Tak, cikgu. You can present.
So
You can
Vasan,
present.
Li Lin Sheng and Iman. Okay, siapa yang akan present? Vasan, Lin Sheng, Iman. Siapa yang akan present?
Lin
Ataupun
Sheng
kamu
present.
kita nak buat esok? Kamu dah penat ke? Satu hari satu subtopik? Terpulang kepada kamu. So,
Ayo, tak boleh. Ayo.
Apa
Esok.
cikgu? 8.2.
tinggal lagi. Kita mula pukul 11, habis pukul 12.30. So, tinggal lagi 30 minit.
Cikgu.
Iman, nak terang. Esok baru tanya soalan. Macam mana? Vasan, nak terang sekarang. Hari ni line tak bagus. Tinesh mesti dia nak kenakan kawan dia.
Ya, cikgu.
Vasan nak terang ke? Can you present? Kalau penat esok. Banyak soalan saya nak tanya. Nanti kena macam Dave tu. Dia gelakkan orang. Nanti memang dia yang kena tadi. Siapa suruh tak bersedia. So, setiap presentation mesti bersedia. Setiap presentation mesti bersedia. So, kalau kamu nak tak ada data. 1 jam 30 minit hari ni, tak?
Esok cikgu, esok.
Esok, pasal nak esok. So, kalau esok kita kena buat latihan lah hari ni. Boleh?
Ya, cikgu.
Okay, so test yourself 8.1. So, please refer your textbook for the 259. So, maksudnya sekarang ni, untuk satu lesson, satu topik. Satu lesson, so esok 1 jam saja. So, kita kena mula awal sedikit lah. Kumpulan Vasan and the gang 1 jam dengan Cikgu Ziana membebel, dengan Cikgu Ziana nak explain, dengan line kita macam siput. So pun kita tak boleh nak laju sangat. So test yourself 8.1. Okay, so the question number 1. Atoms in pure iron are arranged in orderly manner and in layers. Okay, first question. What is the effect of atom arrangement in pure iron on the ductility and malleability of the metal? So, di sini untuk soalan yang 1A, kamu boleh explain melalui sini. Senang saja. So, kamu cakap mengenai ductility, pure metal dengan malleability. Okay. So, untuk soalan nombor 1A dah boleh dapat jawab. Soalan 1B. Iron alloy can be made by mixing some carbon into molten iron. Okay. How does the arrangement of atoms in the iron alloy affect the hardness of the alloy? Untuk yang ini punya soalan, kamu boleh guna point dekat sini. Safia, Ika punya. Tadi dia bagi.
Siapa lagi?
Gad.
Ika punya.
Ika tak ada ke?
Cuti.
Oh, kamu simpan dulu lah. Okay, so arrangement of the atoms in the alloy, you can use this point. Okay, so orderly manner, arrangement of the atom in pure metal is this one. Okay, yang ini, point yang ini. Ini yang penting, kena ingat. Okay, when the alloy, the ferrous atom will be difficult for the layer of the atom in the alloy to slide each other when force is applied. Okay, soalan seterusnya, number 2. The purity of the gold is measured in carats K. 24 karat gold is pure gold without the addition of any other metal, where 18 kilo carat gold is mixture comprising of 80 units of mass of gold with 6 units of mass of other metals such as copper. What is the role of copper in acting gold? So dia akan disrupt, dia akan mengganggu, disrupt difficulty to the layer, to the slide each other. Okay, so calculate the composition percentage of mass. Ini pun kamu boleh buat lah. So 18K bahagikan dengan 24K, darabkan dengan 100. So kamu akan dapat percentage. Okay, tengok jawapan dulu ya. Sebelum kamu buat, tengok dulu jawapan. Okay, teenage memang pandai untuk mencari jawapan dalam buku teks. Okay, kemudian soalan nombor 3. Justify the following statements. Okay, 3A. Stainless steel is used to make a washing machine. Justify tu wajar tak? Stainless steel kita nak guna untuk buat washing machine. Washing machine perlukan, pernah tak tengok washing machine yang berkarat? Yang korot, dia dah rusting. So, perlu tak guna stainless steel? Sesuai ke tidak? Okay, you justify. Sama ada sesuai ataupun tidak, justify tu wajar ke tidak, yes or no, terpulang kepada kamu. Ataupun high voltage electric cable are made from aluminium alloy. High voltage made from aluminium alloy. Boleh ke tak? Acting K gold is used to make a ring. Acting gold ni maksudnya dia untuk jadikan dia saki kuat. So maksudnya dia jadi alloy. Bila jadi kuat, it more strong than the pure metal. So sesuai ataupun tidak. So boleh tak buat nanti untuk test yourself 8.1. So any question? Saya nak tanya soalan, kamu tak dapat jawab nanti. Kimia, Fosti kata 4.
Kenapa dia orang tak ada gambar?
Dia pun tak nak tunjuk gambar. Dia mau malu, dia pun tak mandi lagi.
Tu ada suara tak dia mana?
Ada kalau dia orang tekan dia orang punya mic, ada dah suara. Sebabnya tadi nak buat dekat bilik guru takut bising sangat kan. So buat dekat sini lah. Rasa macam ni tenang sikit lah. Buat kat sini. Walaupun orang lalu lalang kan. Orang selalu lalang. Okay, so aduh, tak boleh dengar langsung. Aduh. Okay, Dave, ada apa-apa masalah untuk saya nak terangkan lagi sekali? So, kita tengok buku kerja. Okay, in your exercise book. Sebab benda ni sangat senang. Sebenarnya satu hari boleh habis semua chapter. Tapi sebabnya dah lama saya tak bercakap kan. Saya nak bercakap hari ni. So, banyak sikit dah saya nak bercakap. Maaf lah ya. So, chapter 8. Boleh dengar ke tak boleh dengar ni? Tinesh, Pavitran, Vasan, can you hear me? Line tak berapa bagus. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, so saya stopkan recording.